Welcome to the NAUTIS Home August Update. I hope you're doing well and enjoying your summer. Mine's getting better, the move's coming along and getting pretty settled. Our developers have been working hard over the past weeks to get NAUTIS Home closer to an early access version. The early access version will be the basis on which we continuously develop and improve, an important milestone for us. Big news! In the last quarter of this year, NAUTIS Home will release in early access. As soon as the release date is known, an update will follow. Keep reading or listening because this month's update is filled with exciting news. Read more about the alpha testing, discover the winner of last month's poll, and get insight into our development roadmap. First, we get an update from the development team. We entered the alpha testing of an early test version of NAUTIS Home. A group of maritime professionals and simulation enthusiasts have been invited to test the software to provide us with their valuable feedback. The goal is to identify potential problems regarding technical functionality or issues with the interface design. During this test phase, the users test the installation process and assess if the ship controls function properly. At the same time, we get insight into the minimum hardware requirements needed to obtain the best experience for the user. For the coming weeks, we have more users lined up to test NAUTIS Home. Step by step, we're getting closer to making it available to you all, or as we say in the South, y'all. The small writing below the photo says, "Image contains an early test version of NAUTIS Home which is susceptible to change." Okay, moving on to content. Thank you to everyone who participated in last month's poll about which types of vessels and environments you would like to see included. The response was overwhelming, plus 1,300 votes, and no less than 44.9% of the votes went to, drumroll, the Coast Guard vessel. The Coast Guard vessel is the one I voted for, but that stands to reason, me being an ex-coastie and all. Well, you ask, we deliver. Below you see the newest vessel, the one on the screen, the Alameda. The Alameda is a Legend-class cutter that is 127 meters long and just 16 meters wide. This slender profile, combined with powerful engines, gives it a top speed of more than 28 knots. What do you think? But still, I want to see the offshore supply boat, my fave. A cruise ship, pilot boat, and platform supply vessel are being developed as we speak and will be shared soon. If your vessel preference is not here, do not worry. We noted all your feedback and suggestions to discuss for future development. Regarding the environments, the poll results show a strong preference for harbors, inland, and coastal. We are working on new environments and will share them when ready. NAUTIS Home. Until now, maritime simulation was only accessible with professional, large simulators at training locations or through companies and schools. NAUTIS Home is here to change that. We want to make ship simulation available for everyone. NAUTIS Home is developed as professional ship simulation software to enable learning by simulation for the individual user, which could be a maritime professional or a maritime simulation enthusiast, for example. What can you expect from us? You can expect an early access release in the last quarter of 2022. We appreciate your support and patience and do not want to make you wait much longer. An early access release allows us the opportunity to collect feedback and input to adjust the development roadmap based on what you, as NAUTIS Home community, would like to see and experience in NAUTIS Home. In early access release, you can expect the following features. Realistic 3D ship simulation. Experience professional ship simulation yourself at home. Courses. Improve your sailing skills with the available courses, each containing several different maneuvering training scenarios. Free roam. Explore the oceans in free roam mode and select your own vessel, environment, and weather conditions. Content. 10 vessels and 8 real-life environments across the world to start with. Panels. Basic chart, basic radar, conning, and controls are available to help you maneuver and navigate through an environment. Viewpoints. Different viewpoints are available. helmsman, bridge wings, binocular, and orbit camera. Development Roadmap. After the early access release, NAUTIS Home will continuously be updated with new vessels, environments, courses, and features. The development roadmap will be influenced by what you and the NAUTIS Home community would like to see. The development roadmap below displays our high-level plans for NAUTIS Home for the coming year. A big part of the fun is the ability to sail and train together with other dedicated and enthusiast NAUTIS Home users. For that reason, multiplayer will have a prominent place in our development roadmap and will be rolled out in phases in the upcoming year. Our goal is to create an enthusiastic community with dedicated users, and we understand that this goes hand in hand with providing a community platform. We are excited to share more information about this soon. Our aim is to have a feature-complete NAUTIS Home ready by the end of 2023. Also, a note on this graphic, this is an indication of the development roadmap and therefore is still susceptible to change. Poll. We would appreciate your input regarding hardware controls and system requirements. Take the short poll below and let us know your preferences and feedback. And I hit the poll button and it takes you to a list monkey list. The first question is, what hardware controllers do you currently have at home? Keyboard, mouse, joystick, gamepad controller, VR Insight ship console or something similar, custom built or other, please specify your answer. The second question is, what hardware controllers do you want to use for NAUTIS Home? Mouse only, keyboard, joystick, gamepad controller, VR Insight ship console or something similar, other, please specify your answer. The minimum system requirements for the simulator are OS, Windows 10 or 11, GPU, NVIDIA 1060 GTX or AMD equivalent, memory 16 gigabits of RAM. Please select one of the following options. My PC has these system requirements or higher. My PC has lower system requirements. I do not know my system requirements. The required screen resolution for the simulator is 1920 by 1080. What resolution do you use? 1920 by 1080, higher than 1920 by 1080, lower than 1920 by 1080, or I don't know. If you know your resolution, could you please specify it below? My screen resolution is 1920 times 1200, a little better than what they recommend. After that, you hit the submit button and submit your answers. Thank you again for your support and patience during the development of NAUTIS Home. We're excited to be able to show you more soon. Stay tuned for next month's update. Yours sincerely, the NAUTIS Home team, and see more toys. This was a long update, but a lot of good info. So thanks if you made it to the end. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on next month's update.